Hello folks, this is Sullla once again. We're doing another part on this series for Civilization 4. This series features Willem of the Dutch, and I believe that this is part 13, but don't quote me on that. Could be off by one. In any case, let's get started. In the last part, we were able to finish off the Mayans, and right now those cities are coming out of resistance and starting to grow. Right now they're sort of at crossroads for the overall game, sort of where to go next, what to prioritize next, that sort of thing. As I said at the end of the last video, there are basically two major options: sit back and just try to tech into space, or look to continue conquering other civs to get more population and territory. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do just yet, but if I have all these cavalry, I'll probably try to do something with them. I may see if I can go after Gandhi because he's very weak, technologically outdated. Not that I really need his territory, but it's that or sit back and try to play for a space victory. And I think I can do more interesting things with my time than just that. Now, as far as should I go after someone like Louis or someone like Zoal, my personal preference when I'm playing these games, particularly in single player, is not to go after different civs that were allies throughout the game. For instance, throughout the game, Louis has been a very good ally, so I'm sort of inclined not to go after him. Not to try to attack Louis, since he's been a good friend throughout the game. Maybe that's a little bit silly, but it's just sort of a general preference, is I don't like to go after civs that have been, that I've been on good terms with throughout the game. Perhaps that's kind of a role-playing thing, but it is something that I prefer not to do. Alrighty. Did have a suggestion to go ahead and mine this tile. Now I don't have enough food to actually work this mine. I don't actually have enough food to work this tile. See, if I go here, the city goes into starvation. But I can run a 1 food deficit for a while, and I think I'll probably do that because the extra production is useful in getting this completed faster. So we can run a food deficit for a little while, basically, without causing any real problems. Alrighty, over here they finished a workshop on that tile. That'll serve for some extra production later on that we may or may not end up using. Right now the city's just growing, filling up the food box. What? Oh, I thought I saw a spy specialist there for a second. No spy specialist. Just looked like it for a second. Anyway, let's check out Mutal. Just came out of resistance this turn. Again, the city is going to starve regardless, so what we can do is we can whip away some of that population that's going to starve anyway. Try to get these borders expanded as quickly as possible, and I can probably prevent it from starving down another size. Hopefully. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that the city can do this turn because it just doesn't have enough tiles in its radius. Still, we got a lot more science from Mutal coming out of resistance. It's also still quite unhappy. But again, that'll get fixed as it continues to, as I build more stuff in here, that'll get fixed. The theater adds a point of happiness too, so it should be fine. Should be able to keep it at about size 12 or so for the moment. Anyway, like I said, these guys don't have a whole lot to do right now. Do I want to rework any of these tile improvements? Right now they look pretty decent at this city. I don't see anything that obviously needs to be changed there right now. Nothing inside the borders anyway. But we shall see ultimately. Oh, this is the guy that killed. That's the unit that killed the barbarian up there. There's a barbarian horse archer up there. Alright, so where do we need to have actual units? This rifle can be more useful elsewhere. I can use a war elephant to garrison that city in the back lines. I am going to want to put real defenders, rifles, in this city, and in Mutal. I could probably just, if I had 2 rifles in each of these cities, maybe 1 a nuke small, I'd be in pretty decent shape. Yeah, unfortunately you guys can just chill inside my borders so that I'm not paying maintenance costs. Alright. Let's see, you need to heal up for 1 turn. You are good. This guy's good. These 3 are fully healed. I can start heading back to my territory. I might also better get a road on this tile here. 2 of you go do that. You and you. go road this tile. Just in case I'd ever need to avoid going through Louis' territory. And you guys can come chill up here. Again, I'll need them eventually. Need these workers eventually, just not right now. Yeah, you can stay. You can stay here. Uxmal's far enough back that it's probably okay. Alright, looks like that's all. I'm just shuffling units around, trying to get a few more over back into my core. I should be able to play through more turns. Portuguese spy. It's weird. I'm gonna have to turn down the science rate though, because I'm about to hit 0 on gold. Alright, so there's a jail. That will help out. Let's see, this city's in pretty good shape otherwise. It's not really a whole lot more to build. We'll get a few more defenders out of here. I can always use a couple more rifles while I'm just waiting. Now, ultimately, if I wanted to go pure economy, I can build wealth in these cities that don't have anything else to build, and that'll allow me to, I could run a higher science rate. But I'm not competing for any kind of fastest finish here. Better just to be safe. Alright, so now the city's borders will expand next turn. This still doesn't have quite enough food to avoid starving, but watch what we can do. We can grab these tiles away from, grab those tiles away from the city just above it, and that'll prevent it from starving any further. So we'll just run this for one turn while the borders expand, and then I can give that rice tile probably back. I'm going to want to forge for the production multipliers. Alright, so how's the combo look? Its growth rate slows down, but it's okay. It can survive for a turn, even losing all those tiles. I also did get a great scientist. That's nice. You guys chill here for now. Let's see, this guy can come defend Chichen Itza. It's a more useful, more important spot to defend because it's right on the border. And I'm going to tick down... Yeah, I'm going to tick down science. So, we're break even at 800 beakers per turn. That's pretty good for this stage of the game. Again, could tweak that higher by running things like wealth. But this is not bad at all. Now we have two great scientists. Unfortunately, I need scientists of different types, or great people of different types to run Golden Ages, which I don't have at the moment, so it's a bit of a shame. But there are a couple great people of different types that you can get later on the tech tree. Alright, this guy, you can come chill down here with these other workers for now, until I have need of you. So 3 guys here, come join the rest. Oh, well, I need roads on those tiles right there. Alright, let's see how much the Statue of Liberty ETA drops. It's 16 turns right now. I'd probably shave off 1 turn with a forest chop. 16, yep, down to 15. That works. I don't think I can, not sure I can chop any more forest though. I'll check out this tile. Okay, this city looks pretty solid for right now. Come over here and build a windmill. Actually, the windmill should be on this tile, and the mine should be on this tile, so I can get the financial bonus for being on the river. We'll switch that up. Alright, you two are good, this guy's good, and great General Knight. Alright, come on back, guys. You too. Alright, so most of my cabs are all healed up now. Just need to send a defender or 2 down there. Okay, you guys chill out here for right now. Now, one thing you can do in games where tech trading is on is you can keep selling outdated text to the AIs and make money that way, and then you can use it to keep running a higher and higher science slider. That's actually one of the key things you need to do if you are playing a game with tech trading on. It allows you to keep running a high rate on the science slider. Look at all those caravels out there. But in a game with no tech trading, you obviously can't keep financing your economy by selling stuff to outdated AIs. Okay, I need to improve that. I need to probably mine or windmill that tile. Probably mine it. Let's see, down here, This city doesn't really need a whole lot. I guess I'll build the Colosseum right now, just in case I need extra happiness later. It's not too terribly useful. I also need to come up here and I need to windmill this tile, because I need the extra food. I'll send the workers up here in a second. Okay, there's not a terrible amount for this city to do right now either. Build a rifle. I guess I'll build an aqueduct just because later on I may need the health. After I start factory building, might need that health. So let's go ahead and do that right now. This city's can't really do anything until I get biology tech for more food. When I do get biology tech, I can turn some of these into water mills and that sort of thing. But for now, it's capped at size 14. Making calves about every 2 turns, roughly. Just short of 2-turn calves. That one's 3 turns, but most turns it will have. Most turns it'll have another one. Alright, so we got some border expansions in. Will this go to Amsterdam? No. Goes to Utrecht, unfortunately. I'll check the other forest tile in a minute. And the AI keeps getting tons of great people. Alright, you come down here, Chichen Itza. I'll leave. This guy can stay here too, just so I have 2 defenders in the city instead of 1. Alrighty. Come on up here. Alright, so Mutal got its border expansion. Take that tile away. Alright, let's see what we got here. Give those tiles back to Lakamba. Oh wait, Lakamba has the pigs tile. Okay, so I do want the rice for Mutal, otherwise it doesn't have a high food tile. Alright, goes there. Cottage. Okay, now we're going to rework some of these. I don't think I need this many grassland farms. Yeah, I don't think I need this many grassland farms. Can probably cottage this. Maybe, unless that's an irrigation route that I need. Yes, actually, I need that to bring irrigation down to the south. Okay, so we have to leave this farm up. What do I want to do? Not a lot of production here, though. Very low production city. So probably want to increase production somewhat in this city. Let's try watermilling this tile. Seems like that would be useful. 8 turns. Yeah, let's put a watermill on that tile would be useful. And we'll go from there. I just didn't need to split up that group. Oh well. Where else did I get a border expansion? Down here. Okay, Leiden. Well, this is still the best tile for it to be working. It's the only 3 food tile I can get here. Not a whole lot I can do at this city. Not well, it's size 1 anyway. Okay. Let's check where Gandhi is on the tech tree. Let's see where he is. If I remember, he's pretty backwards. Yeah, he still can't field anything better than longbows. That means he can't really stop an attack. So, let's go send these guys. Start sending these guys forward. Can do this very easily. I could move directly next to Bombay and directly next to Pataliputra. So, send these guys forward. Send the calves forward next turn. Upgrade the one guy who's not... Oh yeah, this guy should be upgraded. Look at how many promotions he has. Alright, so he turns into a cav. 1, 2, 3... How many is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 calves. That's a pretty good striking force. I'll move them all forward next turn. And here comes the rest. Yeah, next turn I can join all those groups guys together. Alrighty. Let's see, what does this city need? It's pretty good for the moment. Not a lot of food though. Really need biology tech ASAP for these cities that are such low food. So it's got the library, get the theater. Do I have a forge in here? Yes. I'll do the university next, even though it's not that useful, just because of the culture. Science is useful, and then more culture also useful, so sort of double usefulness there. Go in and chop that into it. Okay. Alright, so I've got 2 defenders, 1 real defender, and 1 just extra body in each of these cities. It's useful to have a second defender just so that, you know, just so some one random swing of combat luck doesn't take out top defender. You still have another body in there. So 2 in each of these cities. I'd like to... 2 in this city as well. I'd like 1 more rifle over here just for safety, maybe in Mutal. And that's probably enough for over here. I mean, I can always draft or whip if I get into real trouble. But that's probably just about enough to have that area remain safe. I remember one other thing I can always do is I can always turn science down to 0 and just start upgrading stuff like crazy. Just about everything upgrades to a rifle. Like this warrior, see this warrior? He'll upgrade to a rifle. It costs a pretty penny, but you can do it. 305 gold. I mean, that's not cheap, but you can do it if you really get into trouble. So I'm not too worried about safety in case of getting attacked. Yeah, Portugal is sending a lot of spies after me for some reason. Could indicate hostility there. Alright, Chichen Itza's out of resistance Cis 2. Notice, I don't know if you noticed this, but notice how my science rate went up. It went up to 875. That's because Chichen Itza came out of resistance. Alright, so here's the aqueduct. This city's pretty much good. Can pretty much go over to military here. Just a question of whether I want that extra happiness. We're probably fine. See, I got the gem style. The gem style at Chichen Itza came into my territory, so that means 2 extra happiness in every city with a forge. 1 happiness in the other cities, 2 in cities that have a forge. So I can build some more cabs there for right now. There we go. Here's another rifle. And I believe this city's fine. Yeah, this has turned into a really nice city with Moai. This is a good example of getting something out of territory that's pretty terrible. Now, I actually don't want to build anything because I want to see if... I believe I can build a dyke in here, the Dutch Unique building, next turn. So we'll just run wealth for a turn and preserve the overflow. This city probably wants to do the same thing, actually. I believe that all coastal cities can build a dyke, whereas only cities on rivers can build levees normally, but we'll find out. We will find out next turn, won't we? I'll do the same thing here for 1 turn. And here. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like to push growth. Even though that's a weak tile, I think I'd probably rather work that just to grow another size faster. All these cities on wealth are just basically like waiting. Okay, let's see if I need to change up some tiles down here. Alright, split the group. There's the watermill. Okay, so watermills you can only build next to rivers. They add increased production. And in state property, in state property civic, they gain some extra food as well, which is a civic I'm likely looking to run later. Yeah, +4 food's a little low though. Let's work this tile so we can grow faster. 6 food per turn. Yeah, 6 food per turn feels a little bit better, just to get that initial growth out of the way. It won't build anything particularly fast, but again, the key thing here is just to grow. Look at this horrible maintenance cost here too. It's costing me 15 commerce per turn. Or 15 gold per turn. But I make 20 gold per turn, so it's still worth it. But I do need to get a courthouse in here at some point. That or go to state property civic later on, which I probably will also do. I love state property civic. It's one of my favorites. Alright, so this city, yeah, this city also just needs to expand borders really badly. It's going to starve. There's not much I can do about that this turn. So again, we'll whip the theater. And we should be able to hold it at size 11, I think. I can borrow this tile for a little bit of extra food, but yeah. There's not much I can do until the borders expand. It will lose a little bit of its population. Oh well. Like I said, there's not that much I can do about that. At least being creative, I can pop borders very quickly with theater and library. With theaters and libraries both being so cheap. You get half price on both theaters and libraries for being creative. Very nice for expanding borders quickly. Alright, down here, I'm not sure. I might cottage over one or two of these, but I don't really want to do that just yet. Not until those borders pop, because of starvation purposes. Oh no, wait, I can cottage over this tile. I have an irrigation route that comes down here. Alright, we shall see. I don't see anything I really want to do this turn. I guess I can build another road or two on these tiles. Always want to have roads on tiles. There's no penalty for building roads, thankfully. In Civ 5 you get penalized for building roads, which is really stupid. They make you pay gold for every road that you build. I've heard people say it makes it so you have to think about whether to build a road or not, but that in and of itself is kind of silly. I mean, the cost to build a road is the time that you spend not doing something else with a worker. And indeed, building roads in the early game with a worker is generally considered to be a huge waste of worker labor. And in Civ 5, I often found myself just deleting workers at the end of the game because there was nothing for them to do, and that's not really a good situation to be in. Okay, keep these guys here for right now. Could actually attack Portugal, but that would not be an easy war at all. And just for sake of neatness, let's upgrade. Actually, no, this guy's my sentry unit. I don't really want him defending. I'm not going to upgrade him to a cavalry. Like I said, I actually don't want him fighting or defending. Let's just check with Portugal. Make sure that he's not planning to declare war on me anytime soon. Couldn't betray our close friends. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's looking to declare war on me. He would have said we have enough on our hands already if he was thinking about it. Alright, so that's a pretty good stack of cavalry there. Where is this worker? Here. Okay. You guys can go up here and start working on this. Need the extra food from that windmill here. Let's see. Okay, so this doesn't go into Amsterdam. I don't think that this will either, but I'll check it out. Oh, that actually does. Okay. That actually does. Nice. Down here I'm going to build the road first. Look at all these workers just building roads through the desert. It's like a works progress administration during the Great Depression. Just building roads through the woods. Creating work for the sake of work. Okay, so steam power is going to be a pretty key tech, because it opens up the unique building for the Dutch. So let's see. Oh, it looks like I also entered the industrial age by researching that tech, steam power. Notice how the music changed. Some of the graphics on the map, some of the tile graphics change as well. I must admit I'm always somewhat nervous by all these Portuguese units moving right next to the border, but at this point I'm far enough advanced in tech that I should be fine if Portugal were to attack. I mean, maybe I'd lose a city, but there's no way he could conquer me. I'm about to go not just to rifles, but to infantry. Yeah, see, there's the industrial age.
You would make a ship sail against the winds and currents by lighting a bonfire under her deck? I have no time for such nonsense.
That's a fun quote too, especially because it's attributed to Napoleon. Okay, so this is the Dutch unique building. Normally levies +1 production on all water tiles. City has to be on a river. The Dutch are better in that they can get +1 on water tiles, not just river tiles, but all water tiles. So you can get some really nice water cities, coastal cities. Basically, it's like having Moai statues in every coastal city. It's pretty sweet. We also get faster worker improvements, reveals coal, and it leads to one of the key industrial era techs, which is assembly line, which is a monstrously expensive tech, but a really, really key tech. Allows you to build factories and allows you to build power plants. So it's one of the things that really breaks the game open. And there's a huge shift from the industrial era up to the earlier eras into the industrial era. So with nothing else to build, I'm going to build a rifleman here. Alright, so let's check that out. Let's see if we can indeed build the dikes here on the coastal cities. And we can, just as I thought. Okay, so now I'll be able to turn every one of these water tiles into a 2 production tile, which, as I said before, is pretty amazing. This city will be actually one of my better production cities afterwards. So what we want to do is every city... we've got coal too. Where is the coal? Near Uzbek. That's my only source of coal. And there goes the Statue of Liberty. As I said, Bismarck had great engineers. He was actually able to finish that impressively fast for the AI, but he did get to beeline to that tech and got it, so that's a shame. Yeah, so do I not have any native sources of coal? I mean, I thought that this map couldn't possibly screw me over any worse. Yeah, I don't have a single source of coal anywhere in this huge empire, but I do have a source of coal here at Uzbek, which is kind of funny. Oh, by the way, note that the AI crammed in another city here. They couldn't put cities anywhere in my core, anywhere over here in the mine core, because cities have to be at least 3 tiles away in order to build them. But this was the one spot where they could put a city, and so Louis did. Now I'm going to have to deal with the culture from that city, which is very irritating because it took away the rice tile here. Wow, that's really irritating. But that's going to cripple Chichen Itza as a city. I mean, without that rice tile, it's in all kinds of trouble. And unfortunately, no, I can't avoid another population point starving this turn. Nothing I can do. Even if I take this tile, it's still not enough. So sadly, nothing I can do about that. Just gonna lose that population point. Louis, it's a good thing that I'm on your side. Otherwise, I'd be pretty angry about that city. But oh well, like I said, not a whole lot I can do about that. I will grab a worker and send them over to mine that coal. Good thing I managed to pick up Uzbek. I wouldn't have any coal otherwise. It's really kind of amazing for this much territory. And there's the AI with those spy specialists that they love so much. This city needs to build one of those dikes immediately. And in fact, I will probably whip it to completion, because then all these tiles on the water will have production. And that city's weakness is doesn't have any production. Okay, so we won't get Statue of Liberty. That's sad. But such is life. Bismarck has been one of the biggest wonder hogs I've ever seen. And his territory at his capital is just absolutely amazing. I mean, he's got quintuple food resources. He's got a gold tile. Like I said, there's only so much you can do. And he's also industrious too. So the wonder's cheaper, and he gets a discount for this being on Emperor. So it's just, you can't always compete. Alright, here at Mutal, I guess I'll let the forge finish first, then I'll build the dike. But that needs to be like the first build in just about every city, because this is a really key build. We want that here. We want that here. Where is it? Every coastal city wants it immediately. Basically, any city that can build a dike wants to build one immediately. It's a really strong building. Here in The Hague, we'll cancel that rifle and build the dike first. Again, it'll give me an extra production on every single one of these tiles that borders a river. Like, that's a huge deal, because it's adding to base production instead of just to the multiplier. Now, Rotterdam sadly cannot build one because it's not next to a river tile. Even though it has river tiles in its radius, it's not next to a river, so it can't build one. Unfortunate, but can't build it. Utrecht can't build one either. But all my coastal cities can. So the Dutch are really good on archipelago maps, as you might imagine. I mean, you'd think that the Dutch would be good on sea-based maps, and indeed they are. One of the problems with the dike, though, as a building, is it just increases the difference between the haves and the have-nots. If you're on a river, cities that are next to rivers are like automatically are already better than normal cities. So it just increases the disparity between the haves and the have-nots. The whole levee building was not in this game until the expansion. And I think overall it's a little bit questionable from a balance standpoint. Because, like I said, it just magnifies the difference between good land and bad land. I mean, in a way, that's a good thing. You want people to be competing for good land. You don't want it to be like Civ 5. In Civ 5, one of the big problems with the game is there's not enough difference between good land and bad land. All the land's pretty much the same. So there's not, like that real competition. Like in Civ 4, it really matters whether you get a good capital or a bad capital. Like, I've been harping on this throughout the game, but my capital is so far inferior to the ones of the AI, and you can just see what a good capital does. I mean, how many wonders has Bismarck built with that awesome capital? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wonders. I mean, again, it makes a difference. I'm able to target stuff, but I haven't been able to get everything I wanted. And I'm still smaller in size than the AI capitals, which is sad because the AI doesn't know how to grow its capitals. But again, it's just hard to compete when you have a single 3 food resource in your capital compared to someone who has 5 different food resources and is on a river and et cetera, et cetera. It just makes it hard to compete. Again, down here, double irrigated corn along with a crab's tile. Everything's on the river. I mean, it just makes it hard to compete. Their capitals are just better. So that's one of the good things about Civ 4, in that it really does matter. There's competition for good spots. If you have a gold tile, at your capital, or if you have a gold tile that you settle early, I mean, it really makes a difference. It accelerates your research rate enormously. Whereas in Civ 5, it's like, well, all the land's more or less the same. Doesn't really matter where you go. The only thing that matters is getting resources, so you can sell them to the AIs for money or whatever. But there's a whole sameness to the territory. That's a little graphical glitch there. So there's not. It takes all the tension out of the game. Wow, look at that. That worker's actually invisible. Weird. Glitchy. There he is. See? He was there all along. Anyway, yeah, now I'm not going to be able to get rid of any of these farms because this city's going to be so low on food. We'll see. Alrighty, anyway, so that's just a little divergence as I'm just sort of killing time here. Anyway, so I'm going to research assembly line next, and that is the tech that leads to factories. Over here, I can attack Gandhi next turn if I want to. I'm also going to get a big production bonus next turn as from the Statue of Liberty. You get a refund from wonders that are completed. If you partially build something and someone steals it from you, you get some gold back. Usually, it's not as good as getting the wonder, but at least you get something. In Civ 3, if you lose the wonder, you just get nothing. You're just out of luck if someone else builds it. The Portuguese are really been spying on me. That usually indicates that the AI is being hostile towards you, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Portugal makes a move. Anyway, so another city came out of resistance. Uxmal just came out of resistance. This city is size 12. Let's get that theater in place. I'll whip this and then leave the city alone. See, now the city has enough food. And I think I want to overflow into a lighthouse so I can work those water tiles. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, see, I got 759 gold back, so that's kind of nice. Maybe I can tick up my spending another. Yeah, we'll run a little higher science spending. You want to put that money to use. Okay, so for right now, I have control of this tile. Right now, I have control of this rice tile. I don't know if I can hold that tile, but I'm sure as heck going to try. We're going to get the library. We're going to get the hermitage. We're just going to pump culture into this city like crazy to try to hold that rice tile. I may be able to outdo Louis. Maybe. I'm not sure. He really has emphasized culture a lot, but I might be able to hold that. Probably not. Probably not long term. But I'll give it my best shot. I'll give it my best shot. Oh, so okay, so Bismarck used a great engineer, he's industrious, he has a better capital, and he was in a golden age. That explains how he got that wonder done so fast. Anyway, I do have this gems tile. Grassland Gems is one of the best tiles in the game. Note that it's a 218 tile right now. Really strong tile. Excellent tile. Okay, yeah, so I want to run the double artist specialist for the culture. And because I rather want that tile, so I can't really get rid of these farms because I need the food right now. Sadly enough, I need the food in this city. It's still only +3 food per turn right now. Let's get that library. Wait, what the? Louis building a farm on that tile. That's kind of funny. We need to get that granary food box filled up. So I just want to work all high food tiles. Actually, I might want to farm that too. This cottage has like no progress in it. Yeah, let's farm this. We can farm it. We can always turn it back into a cottage later. That is one of the things that you can do. You can farm over tiles later on. Alrighty, there's the windmill. So again, the reason why I want the windmill is the windmill produces commerce. And because it's on a river, now I get the financial bonus, 3 commerce. So it makes more sense to build the windmill here and the mine there instead of vice versa. Just trust me on that. Otherwise, if I build the mine here and the windmill there, I don't get the financial bonus because it's not on the river. All right, I do want a rifle out of here. Another rifle to go serve as a garrison in whatever I conquer. All right, let's see. We got the farm built here. I may be able to get this. I should be able to get this tile back, I think. Maybe not though. Maybe not. We'll see. I think I can I think I will eventually get this tile back under my control, but I'm not certain. Let's see, does Tour put culture on this tile too? Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 60. Yes, okay. Actually, no, I'm not going to get this tile back because Tours and Lyon are both putting culture on this tile. That's why I'm not. That's why I will not get control of this back. Probably not, anyway. Maybe if I get the, maybe eventually, but it's unlikely. The cultural border rules are a little bit weird in this game. There's some strange stuff associated with it. Okay, the city's not growing like at all. Let's work that tile so it grows a little bit faster. Alrighty. What the? I did something weird there. Let's move 4 of these guys together over to the east. At a bare minimum, go connect that coal. And I might have used them in Indian territory as well. Come on down here, see if you can farm this. There we go. So that cottage got destroyed, but that cottage had like no turns invested into it. It only had 2 turns of production invested. Okay, so now we're up to +5. +5 food is at least somewhat decent. I mean, it's not good, but it's better. So again, the key thing when you first get these cities is you got to get that food rate up. First important thing to do always. And again, I want to emphasize food. The AI likes to emphasize production. You can set, you can tell it to emphasize things down here, but I don't trust the automation. I usually prefer to oversee everything myself. Okay, Uxmal. I need to take a sec to look at this city. How do I want to play this? Looks like I'm a little short on food here as well. I mean, it's got the bananas, but that's it. Okay, I probably need to keep that farm there. In other words, probably do need to keep that food there. We'll see next turn when the borders expand. This city down here, Leiden, or is it Leiden? I'm afraid I'm not quite sure. Normally you'd say, oh, I want extra food, but this is a separate case. I actually want to finish the granary first. So I will work the stone tile until the granary finishes, and then I'll swap over to this tile. And I also need to get some irrigation down here. But this city, sadly, is never going to grow that fast. It just doesn't have enough food. Maybe post-biology. Maybe I can get control of this tile, too. I should be able to get control of these two. Not that the desert tile does much, but I'd love to build a farm on that tile for a little bit of extra food. Alrighty, you can chill for the moment. Alright, so that comes to this turn, so do we want to go after Gandhi? Do we actually want to attack him? I'd say we probably do. This city's going to be swamped. Will it be swamped by Portuguese culture? 40, 60, yes, it will. So probably need to raise and replace this one. Alright, let's go after this city first, because I can actually keep Bombay. I can't keep Pataliputra. I can't actually keep that city. I'm going to have to raise and replace it. So let's go after the other city first. This, I actually can keep Bombay. It won't be swamped by the culture. And the need for another settler to raise and replace Pataliputra overrides other priorities in the capital. Okay, I want to replant the city here. It won't be a good city because, as the story of my life throughout this game, no food resources, but I can plant the city there. But that does mean I can't plant a city on that. Actually, I could plant a city on that tile. That would probably be better, actually. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Let's put it on that tile. Because that way it can use... I can't quite reach that tile. That really stinks. No, I can't reach that tile. Never mind. So if I can't reach that tile, there's no point. Can't reach the clams, unfortunately. I'd love to put a city here, but it's only 2 tiles from Delhi. It's not an eligible city location, so we'll put it here. Won't be the greatest city ever, but we'll do what we can. Have to just do a lot of farming again. Post-biology, it'll be okay. But I'm going to have to destroy probably to destroy some of those towns, sadly. Anywho, let's keep going. Yeah, I keep scouting around. Yeah, things would be easier in a lot of ways to go after, say, Louis. Louis could be conquered pretty easily, but like I said, Don't really want to go after my allies, and I think there's a decent chance I could get Louis to vote for me in the UN. Possibly. So right now this says 71% culture. The problem is it's first ring for Grenoble and it's second ring for Chichen Itza. Like, that's the problem there. Alright, so Mayapan expanded borders. Where's Mayapan? That's one of the cities down here. Oh, that's the... Is that the first one I conquered? Okay. Yeah, that's up here. That's probably okay. 6 food per turn is not bad. Leave that going for now. Okay, so we got that farmed. This city has not expanded borders yet, but it will. Have to wait for that to see how things are going. Mutal looks like it's okay. It's got 6 food per turn right now. Gonna get the forge and then the levee. Well, dyke, since I'm the Dutch. Gonna get that up next. And yeah, it's in pretty good. This will actually be with the dyke in place. This will be quite a good city actually. Yeah, it won't be bad at all. Alright, I can probably use some more workers over there in the east, so you can head over there too. Always want to make sure you have some workers on hand anytime you're initiating any kind of combat. Okay, so what this does here at Middelburg, building the windmill gives us an extra point of food. That means I can stop working this horrible 1 food tile and work a specialist instead. And I want to work an engineer, so I can get the 12 production, which gives me extra from all the modifiers. Again, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. You want to hit those multiples of 4 so that you can hit the 25% target. One thing that Civ 5 actually does that is a nice improvement is in Civ 5, they don't use integer math. They actually use decimal. They float to 2 decimal points, so you don't have to worry about that as much. But Civ 4 does use integer math for production, so you do have to worry about hitting targets like that. And that probably sounded very complicated, but basically you need, if something's a plus 25% bonus, you only actually get a bonus if it's multiples of 4, if it's 25% bonus. Basically that's what I mean. Civ 5 doesn't do that. Civ 5 does use decimal math for everything, so you don't have to worry about that, whereas Civ 4 uses integer math. This actually is a good time to chop these forests, as the dyke will greatly increase the production in that city. I'm going to mine this tile even though I can't work it yet, just in anticipation for the future. And you can chill for the moment. Yeah, these guys are coming over to the east. Alrighty, so let's go after Bombay. Bombay has basically nothing on defense. Let's check out that power graph while we're at it. Okay, I was going to say, wait, I'm missing bar graphs on someone, but then I realized that I'm missing bar graphs because Pakala's dead. Okay, so I think this is me on the bar graph. Oh, no, wait, that's score. What am I thinking? This is me. Yeah, so Gandhi's, yeah, he's pretty weak right now. This shouldn't be as difficult as the last campaign. Alright, so Gandhi, let's dial him up. Some people are going to get mad at me for attacking him, though. Let's discuss something else. Your head would look good on the end of a pole. Yes, declare war. So some people get angry at me for declaring war. Let's see if anyone did. See, Hannibal, I got a minus with Hannibal because he's friends with Gandhi. But he's probably the next target after Gandhi, so I don't care that much. Let's see if I can get Louis to join me in this struggle so we can get some mutual military struggle bonus going. Could you spare this for a good friend? Alright, what do you want for this? Oh, he won't do it. I was hoping that he... Because, see, Gandhi is his worst enemy. I was hoping that I could get him to declare war, but apparently he's not interested. Alright. We'll just get his world map for now. He might be willing to declare war later on. We'll see. Alrighty. Move these guys up. We'll just bombard for 1 turn, then send in the calves. It should be an absolute slaughter. And this city we should be able to conquer, and we can start carving out Netherlands East. Perhaps we could even call it the Dutch East Indies, since we are fighting India. Those of you who are familiar with history of the Netherlands will get that. Everyone else probably won't. Alright, moving on. The only one I can see research on right now is... Yeah, okay, so he actually... I got a minus with him, too, for declaring war on his friend. Apparently Gandhi is his friend. Oh, well. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Note, by the way, here's another little note. Note how the AI is stuffing units into Grenoble. That's to prevent any chance of a flip, of the city culturally flipping to me. The AI is actually pretty good about preventing its own cities from flipping culturally. If you dominate a city enough culturally, it can culturally flip to you. That is, turn over peacefully to your control. The AI is pretty good at avoiding that happening. I was thinking, do I want a courthouse here? You know, the maintenance cost has gotten pretty bad. But no. No, I think I just want to keep all building cavalry here. I think that's the most useful thing I can do in that city. Build a road on this tile. It's irritating me that there's not a road there. Great profit, interesting. So okay, so this is the problem here. See how this city's already popped its borders? Bismarck got another great person. That's really silly. No, look at the weird cultural borders here. This actually makes perfect sense with how the game calculates borders, but it sure looks weird to the eye, doesn't it? It's because I don't have any culture on this tile, but Louis does. Anyway, the problem is this city's popped its borders. This is at 20%, which means that now he gets a huge bonus on this tile because it's first string. So note how I was at like 73% last turn. It's already down to 55%, and he'll get control of this tile back in a turn or two. My only hope is to pop borders here, get out to the third ring expansion, at which point in time I'll regain control of this tile. But then when he gets out to the 40% border, he'll get it back again after that. It'll be a seesaw battle, but it'll be tough for me to control that tile for very long. All right. Anyway, so the reinforcements are trickling in. I don't really like walking through an enemy civ's territory like this, but you know, you do what you have to. All right, let's get those catapults. Let's fire them off one at a time. Okay, looks like he doesn't have city walls. Never mind, I got bored. Okay, so there goes all the defenses. This city's not on a hill, which means that the Cavs should absolutely clean up. 98.5 indeed. Let's see. Try to get somebody to some of these to an extra promotion. 95.8. Okay, so he's got. If you factor in the retreat odds, we got about 97% to come back from this. I'm happy to take those chances. All right, so there we go. And now he's got another promotion, which is really nice. Ooh, melee guy. I wonder if I can use my anti-shock promotion against him. 99.5, that's funny. I'm pretty sure I still won this. Did take a few hits though. Let's see how many hits I actually took there. Yeah, he got in quite a few hits with that. Considering that the odds were so heavily one-sided, he got in 3 hits against me. So it did take a little bit of damage there. Alright, is there anyone... Oh, that's right. I've got some 9 XP cav. I want to get them to 3 promotions. Yeah, like this guy's 9. I should be attacking with those guys so they can get another promotion. Yeah, I want to get the guys that start at 9 XP up to 10 XP so they get their 3rd promotion. The 3rd promotion is a big deal. Okay, I do want to keep this city. Doesn't have too much in it, but it's better than nothing. So I'll go ahead and grab this. Now I'm going to have to deal with war weariness again, but... Oh well. At least I'll be able to connect Uzbek to Bombay now. Alright, so that's why I've got some rifles coming down here. I want some rifles to serve as garrisons in these cities. I could probably use an elephant or 2 for garrison as well. Alrighty, so you guys move in. Like, again, if I have this big of a military edge, there's not really any reason not to be attacking and taking more territory. I guess that's kind of the multiplayer mindset at work there. You know, I just think in terms of multiplayer. It's like, if I can take more territory and I can gain it, then I should be doing that. And we'll move one guy into the city, but the rest can stay there. The nice thing is having access to Portuguese territory, I can move right next to Pataliputra next turn as well. Alright, the rest of you guys just chill for this turn. And again, it's nice to have access to grouping commands. Alright, sweet. This guy can come down here. He won't be able to settle until after I take Gandhi's capital. This will all be in Indian territory until I take Delhi. Alright, so the forest chop helps us complete the dike. Huge production boost. help us get that done faster. And after the dike's done, again, all these tiles that are next to the river, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different tiles will get a production. Actually, this tile too. So 7 tiles will get a production boost. That's a pretty big deal. Yeah, levees are a big deal. They really add to your production. So if you can settle cities next to rivers, it's nice. But by the same token, because they don't show up until the industrial era, you can't really base your settling decisions around them in the early game. Now, look at all this infrastructure that survived, even in Academy. That's pretty nice. You can't really base your settling decisions around them in the early game. The dike is too important not to build here. Yeah. So you can't really base your settling decisions around them too much, but they sure are nice to have. And the Dutch unique building, the dike, is actually very strong. It's just a shame that it comes so late on the tech tree. I'm going to shift, once this lighthouse is done, I'm going to shift 1 or 2 of these tiles out into the water so the city grows faster. You know what, I'm going to leave this in place. I do actually need that production bonus. And the granary's almost done here. I should have chopped this while it was in my territory. No, wait, it was never my territory. Oh well. If it ever comes back into my territory, I'll chop it for the production bonus. Alright, come on over, guys. We got work for you to do. You got to connect our new territory together over here. Alright, let's keep going. I can probably play in this session up until I take the Indian capital. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do that. Not really scared of the guy who's in last place in score and last place in tech and last place in power. The only real risk is that the AI sees me as like being a bully, which they will do if you declare war too many times, but this is actually my first war declaration of the entire game. Remember, I was declared on by Pakal. I did not declare war on him. That's why I didn't feel bad about him dying. Yeah, there comes another missionary. Okay, this aqueduct was just for factory purposes later. Assembly lines in 3 turns. What can I build in 3 turns? Build a missionary, but that doesn't matter. Coliseum in 3 turns. Excellent. So I'm going to be doing a big round of factory construction really soon. This whole war is going to be fought basically by just units I happen to have. I'm not going to be building military pretty much anywhere. Alright, so dike. We want to get the dike up quickly. The city has like no production right now. 2 production. Yeah, I'm running off food. That's okay, I can always whip the dike. Actually, I should whip the dike. The city is... Well, we gotta let the food box fill up first, but a dike would make a huge difference here. Extra production on all those river tiles. 20 million souls, very nice. Very well, carry on then. And a golden age for Portugal. And another great, yeah. The AI's built. The AI always gets a lot of great. The AI always gets a lot of great people because the AI always works a lot of specialists. Like that's one of the weaknesses of the AI. They always work tons and tons of specialists, like way more than they actually should. Let's just get the 1 movers here. So the AI always gets a lot of great people. I guess I'm a bit surprised because I'm more used to multiplayer now. I'm not used to seeing this many great people. Alright, so move up the stack. I guess I could have just moved them all together. That was kind of pointless. Oh well. I mean, I could attack that city, but, I mean, why not just bombard it down, get better odds? Okay, and you are going to come down here to garrison this new city. It's almost like I had a plan ahead of time when I built those riflemen. So... those forests that you don't use early on, you can always save for chopping. And again, great general medic, 1 turn heal. This guy, 3-star. This guy's gonna need another promotion, I think. Nope, you can heal in 1 turn, excellent. Just leave him there then. You can stay in that city for right now. Go on, rifles. I have need of you, riflemen. I have need of these workers too. The only thing you can do with workers in foreign territory, you actually can do. You actually can build roads with workers in foreign territory. It's generally not that useful, but you can sometimes get use out of building roads with workers in enemy territory. Right now, though, I want to get down here, and I want to, well, let's send somebody. I should have saved 1 guy to protect these workers. Just send them back. I'll just keep them there for right now. I don't want to lose those 4 workers to like one random horse archer. Actually, I don't think Gandhi has horses. No, he doesn't have horses, so he probably doesn't have any mounted units anyway, but let's not take a chance. Alrighty. Keep going. The one thing I want to do is I do want to whip this. It's too important not to whip. I've got plenty of extra population here. Tons of food. And watch what I can do some nice stuff in that city next turn. Oh, that's a sad mistake by the AI to move all those units almost up, but not quite able to reach the city, and moving galleys into a city that's about to die. Not the best move there. Well, look how close I am to finishing assembly line. Probably tick up science just so I can finish it in 1 turn instead of 2. Over 1,000 beakers per turn, but I am at a deficit. So that rice tile probably will go over to... Yep, there I was going to say that rice tile will go back over to the enemy city. Oh, look at that. The AI even kindly swapped over to this tile itself once the granary's done. We need a lighthouse next because we need it for the food. So again, Chichen Itza loses the farm on the rice tile. So now it is in a bit of a food deficit. I should be able to work around this though. Is there another 2 food tile here? No, actually. Actually, no, it doesn't have enough food right now. I may have to farm that tile eventually. Okay, so for right now, we'll leave it as is. I'm hoping that I can get that tile back by running a very high amount of culture in this city. We shall see, though. I am going to put Hermitage in this city. Yes, this city finished its what is it called? A dyke. Oh, I can almost grow. Well, I can just barely not grow next turn. So anyway, now the city got some nice overflow, and now all the water tiles produce point of production as well. And oh, look at these tiles. Look at how sweet these tiles are. That is a 316 tile. Oof. That's a really, really good tile. Really good. Okay, so again, just shows how powerful those dikes are. And another thing about the dike that I should mention, I mean, this city would not have been able to build a levee normally because it is not on a river, but because it's on the coast, now it can build a levee. Just that alone makes the Dutch unique building really good. Any coastal city can build a levee. Like, even if there was no production bonus on the water, that in and of itself would make it a good building. I mean, because otherwise I couldn't have built a levee here, and now I get the bonus on all these tiles. So now this city finally has production, you know, the one thing it's always lacked. So this is going to be a really good city. Just going to queue up a grocer for health purposes. But now I just want to let it grow onto all these water tiles. And, yeah, I mean, it's just, that's going to be one of my best, that could possibly be my best city before this is all said and done. Like, it's that good. Gandhi adopts slave. Oh, Gandhi went, he just revolted into slavery. Not that it matters that much because he's philosophical. He gets the free transfers, free swaps. Louis completed Versailles. Where did he build Versailles? He built it down here in Marseille. Versailles is not a particularly useful wonder. It serves as a second Forbidden Palace, but most of the really bad costs in this game, maintenance costs, don't come from distance anyway. So it's one of the least useful wonders in the game. But Louis just likes to wonder horror, so he doesn't care. Let's see if War Weariness has showed up yet. No, not yet. Probably when I take this next city, though. It would be... You actually can automate... I think you can automate supply lines in this game. I'm not 100% sure. Look at all those units that... Look at all those units that Portugal has in this city. Like, look at all those units, but they're all outdated. They're all medieval. Again, as soon as I get an assembly line, I can upgrade rifles to the next unit beyond them, infantry. It's like... And rifles destroy medieval units so badly already, you can imagine what infantry does to them. Alrighty, grab our catapults, deselect these guys. Okay, this city had walls, that's why it didn't go down all the way to 0. But I did get it down to 10%, so not too much going on in there. Let's send in the calves. Should get easy odds on everything. 85%. Again, let's try to get a 3rd promotion on some of these guys. 67%. promote 72%. That's actually, it's not such great odds. Let's try a more promoted unit to take off that initial defender. 85, yeah. Alright, so we got the first one down, and usually after that top unit goes down, you usually can get better odds. Let's see if we can get 69. Actually, it's not that great either. What about with combat? Did I finally split the group? Like I said, what about with combat 2? 80% roughly. That's not great, but not terrible. I mean, it's 4 and 5, but he died. That should be the last difficult one. He does have these war elephants, but they don't get any city defense with bonuses whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, like, these aren't great odds, but they're worth taking. No, I think I lost this too. Yeah, so there you go. Lose 2, like, 80% in a row. Again, not the best, but I mean, it happens. Alright, now we're up to 90%. So, everyone should win from here. Should be fairly easy wins from here on out. 88%. Just use the promotion. 91%. Obviously, I'm going to attack at 90% odds. Still, a little bit unlucky. There. An Axeman, okay. Could have attacked with some of the more highly promoted ones, with some of the triple promotion, but didn't really think I needed to. Perhaps I should have. Oh well. In any case, these guys should all be healed up now. Use the Great General Medic to take out the last guy, because it's 99% odds. Give him the honor of taking the city. Let's see what's in here. I wish I could keep the city, but it'll be overwhelmed by Portuguese culture, so I'm going to have to raise that one, unfortunately. Would have liked to have kept it, but sadly not quite able to. Okay, now we see why I grabbed this guy earlier. Rifles here, just in time. That was actually not perfect. That was worked out okay. I'd like to say I planned that, but that's honestly more luck than anything. Even I can't plan to get that rifle there on exactly the turn. And I'm going to keep this guy in the city too, just so I have 2 defenders. Just in case, just so something weird doesn't happen to that rifle. Okay. Oh, this is irritating. There's a little avenue of Portuguese culture here between the cities. But when this comes out of resistance, I should be able to get control of this tile. Should be able to eventually. Okay, let's see. We need to road this tile. You guys need to road this tile. Now again, note that I can build the road even though it's in Portuguese territory. Roading is the only action you can perform in enemy territory. No, it's not the only. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You can also... the other thing you can do is you can chop jungle and you can chop forests in enemy territory. You can clear them in enemy cities as well. By the way, note the music in the background. This is from the New World Symphony, which I believe is written by Dvorak. It's one of the pieces of classical music they put in this game. One of the things that I happen to like quite a bit. I love the Industrial and the Renaissance era music. My favorite eras for music in this game, as it's mostly just actual stuff written by classical composers. Okay, let's take out the War Elephant and those... the War Elephant and those catapults. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's split that group. War Elephant against War Elephant? Oh, triples promotion. 3-star against 2-star. Do I dare try it? Let's do it. War Elephant against War Elephant. Come on. Yes, my jumbo is better than your jumbo. Awesome. Watch, I'm actually going to get some use out of my sentry unit. I'm going to have him flank. I can actually use my sentry cuirassier to kill the catapult. Wow, he took a lot of damage from a catapult, even though he did kill it. And we got... wow, how many hits did that catapult get in? Look at all the hits the catapult got in. Got in 3 hits on him. Oh well, it's not a big deal. There's also a worker here, but I don't really need to go capture that. Let's see, where's the avenue of attack? Here, I want to move on to this tile. Okay. Actually, can my Cuirassier still move? No, he used up his moves. Oh well. Alrighty, let's, this guy can kill a catapult easily. 97%. There we go. You kill that dude. And, free point of experience for anyone who wants it, basically, amongst these other guys. Alright, looks like that was one hit. Okay, let's go scope out what's inside Delhi right now. Decently defended. Not a lot, but there are some units in there. Alrighty. I'm not really afraid of moving up the maces. They'll what's it called? The cavalry. They'll get odds on every single unit. They get odds on every unit that's down here. So, again, they're just not that scared about them. Just move them up. So these workers are like just chilling. I'm chopping a lot of forests in my back line, ones that are outside the range of any city. And let's grab assembly line. So we'll tick science up just for one, just to get assembly line in one turn. And that way I can start a lot of cities on factories. Cities in my core can make sure to pick them up. Well, for one city, so I can build a factory there. Man, somebody's really trying to spy on me. Now, the AI loves its spies as well. The AI loves to can put tons of stuff into espionage, even though I think it's largely a waste of time unless you really invest in espionage, and the AI doesn't know how to do it. So it's kind of a waste.
In any color, so long as it's black.
That's a fun quote, too. We did a big search for quotes when we were putting this game together. Just a lot of people were out there looking for them. Anyway, so assembly line, great tech, really key tech. It's one of the most expensive industrial age techs, but it leads to just about anything. Infantry, the next upgraded unit past rifles. Infantry, very, very strong units. They get a bonus against gunpowder units. Again, these are your bread and butter soldiers in the industrial era. The little graphic is a World War I infantry guy, which makes sense. The graphic for the Marine is like a World War II infantry guy. Factories, again, this is where you start getting the industrial age production bonuses. Adds 25% factory production like a forge, and then another 50% with power, which you get from a power plant. Coal plants are the first source of power. There are other sources later, like you get nuclear plants, water. I think there's a hydroelectric plant. Yeah, hydroelectric plant, but coal plant's the first one. The downside is you get a ton of pollution from coal plants and factories, but the production bonus is huge. You get a 75% production bonus, so basically it's like almost doubling production. So you want to build these things even though they cause pollution. Then you offset the pollution by researching up to biology and getting more food from farms. And then finally the Pentagon, it's a really nice wonder. It's expensive as all heck, 1,250 production and no production doublers from any resources, but +2 experience in all units in all cities. It's like getting a free great general merged into every city. So yeah, important stuff there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for railroad. I'm going to go steel railroad because I'm just holding off on scientific method, avoiding obsoleting the Great Library. So I'm going to go steel railroad, and then I'm going to go for biology because I'm going to need it right about then because I'm going to start getting factories up. And that's right around when I'm going to start needing it. Oh, this is good timing. There we go, onto that factory. Again, factories take a while to build, but and it's also a really good time to trigger a golden age right when you're about to do this. Unfortunately, I can't trigger a golden age. Look at how fast this city can build it. This is going to be just such an amazing city. And considering, and I mean, like, look at the terrain. The terrain here is garbage. Like, there's a fish tile and nothing. A whole bunch of plains tiles. Again, it's just a way of, where's the Hague? Up here? Yeah, I mean, it's just a way of turning poor territory into something useful. Moai statues, you want to build that early on. Such a key national wonder. Moai statues plus the dike turns it into a useful place. Anyway, I built the levee here. Now note the production increase. All these tiles working. All these tiles producing additional hammers there. All right, so we got the factory here. So that means no more units going to the front for right now. No more units going over to India. I'm just gonna have to fight this with the units I have right now. Chichen Itza should expand borders, yeah, next turn. Okay, then we'll have a shot of getting that tile back. It's only slightly French right now. I still have a shot to get that back. Alright. Where do we want to go? I'm getting close to railroad tech, so then all these workers can stop doing busy work and start actually building stuff. So my actual like break-even rate right now is like 900 beakers per turn. We'll keep it there, and I'll sit on about 500 gold in the bank just in case I need it. Alright, so there's a road going through. Nice. Can chop for this turn. And then I'm going to send them up there to connect the coal next. But still not a huge incentive to get that coal mine just yet. Alright, Middleburg. Middleburg can overflow into factory. That's nice. Okay, this city. Road that. Chop that. You come on down here. Hopefully I won't lose too many more like 90% combats though, because I don't have that many. I don't have so many cabs that I can afford to throw them away. Note that this poor cab only comes out with 5 XP. Sadly, only comes out with 5 because he's not from my heroic epic city. Almost all of my cabs have come out of that heroic epic city. Down here, I don't really see a whole lot of I want to change at these cities, but I might soon enough at Chichen Itza. We'll see. You hang out in there. You hang out in there. Oh, I can always upgrade war. That's right. I can always upgrade war elephants to cab if I need them. Humorously enough. All right, let's move up. Move up everybody who can fight. How many units are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're gonna take too long to get the cabs up here. So we'll just move up the catapults. So for now, we'll just move up the cabs and attack next turn. Let's see. Guys who are really injured, I'm not going to move up. But the guys who aren't injured too badly, I will have in this attack. You guys can hang out here for the moment. No sense in moving them up on a tile. Yeah, so like this guy can still attack. He's relatively healthy. Not too worried about him. Same for this guy. He can even promote and get a little bit of that health back. Like this guy, though, he's obviously too injured. Have him heal up for a turn. You can sit there for 1 turn. More workers on their way. Have them up in my territory just for safety. Like this guy's fine. He can attack next turn. My sentry guy, I will move up as well just for the extra sight, even though he is injured. This guy stays here. Heal. He got another promotion. Heal. Alright, let's do this. One more turn. Let's finish off Gandhi. Oh, he does have a horse archer. More moving. Like I said, the AI is good at spamming. Look at all these units he just moved in. Oh my god, look at all these units he just moved in there. Wow. I hope I have enough now. Like I said, the AI is good at spamming units into a city to defend it. One of the things it's good at doing. It defends itself rather well. Again, unlike the Civ 5 AI, which is terrible at defending itself, in this game, Civ 4 AI, not too shabby as far as protecting itself. There's a Coliseum, overflow to a factory. I mean, we'll see what odds we're getting. There's the observatory. You better not be working any spy specialists. I swear, if I see another spy specialist. Oh, looks like more civs are starting to go into emancipation. I'll probably have to go into that sooner or later. Road building. Road building. Build me another road for fun. Okay, so Chichen Itza, just this sort of ongoing concern about the borders over here. Chichen Itza did get a border expansion, so watch, I will get control of this rice tile next turn. See how it went down to 50% French culture? Now the problem is when Grenoble hits 100 culture, it'll start to regain control of the tile again as we continue going back and forth. I just have to race out to 500 culture as quickly as possible. Can I whip this? I'd like to fill up the... I need to fill up the food box first, though, before I can whip it. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calves there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 12 calves. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 defenders. So I probably can't take the city this turn. But as long as I get decent odds, I'll attack. If I have poor odds, though, I'm not going to send them in there to get killed in the meat grinder. To no purpose. I guess I should have moved up those catapults last turn. I didn't expect him to move like 6 units into the city between turns. Yeah, Odds aren't quite as good as I was hoping for, but we'll see. Probably good enough to attack. 70, yeah, I've got, what, about 83% odds that the unit survives, so we'll go after this. I'll probably regret this, but we'll see. Alright, so that's 1 pike down. At least I got top defender cleared. He still has 2 more pikes, though. That's a shame. Alright, split the group. This guy gets about the same odds. 71 to win. Oh, this guy will get better odds. 76. Alright, so it's the same as before. Well, we'll go for it again and see what happens. I think he won? Yes. Okay, so we cleared out the 2 top defenders. That's a really big deal. Gotta get those top defenders out ASAP. This guy, I'm gonna use up all of my promotions. And we got the same thing. About the same odds. I think, oh no, I won that one too. I thought I was gonna lose that one. Okay, so that's fairly lucky. We cleared out most of the worst elements in there. Now we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 defenders in there, but like half of them don't get defensive bonuses, so that's pretty nice. Okay, this guy, I'd like to save this guy for those war elephants. 75, 75. See, he's got the... Yeah, see, this guy will get better odds against the mace. It's about the same. Oh, he withdrew. Excellent. So he didn't die. Wish he had done more damage to that mace, but hey, he didn't die. That's the key thing. Alright, you have like the same odds again. See, now we switch over to the war elephant, but much better odds. Alright, I'll take that. Yeah, I don't know if I have quite enough attackers to take the city this turn, but I should be able to kill most of the crud that's in here. Same thing. Alright, yeah. Do you notice how there's a huge jumping point in there, in the combat odds? How it goes from like 76, and then I take combat 2, and then it goes from like 76 to 88. That's referred to as jumping points, and they do exist in the combat engine. Like points at which your odds just dramatically increase because you like cross a threshold. Like see how like right there. Note that the 3rd promotion took it from like 78 to 90. That's a huge increase in the odds. That's why that 3rd promotion matters so much. It's just something to do with the way that the math works. Like you hit these jumping points in the math where your odds dramatically go up when you promote. So again, those extra promotions are a huge deal. 90%. You know, I'm actually due to lose one of these combats. I just haven't had it happen. I mean, like, granted, I've had the odds in every fight, but like statistically, I should have lost at least one of these. I mean, I guess I did lose this one, but I got the withdrawal roll. So this is a pretty lucky streak of combat. I really should not have won all of these combats. All right, what's still in there? We've got a damaged mace. We've got a horse archer, a sword, and axe. I'll see what odds we get, but if they're not too good, I'm not going to take them. 78%? It's probably good enough to take. I would like to clear out an injured unit if I can. Yeah, see, there we go. I said I was due to lose a result. Now, I didn't lose that because of the other combat results, but, you know, statistically it was more or less likely that I would lose at least one of those, like 80%. And it looks like that was the one I finally lost. Okay, there's an axe and a horse archer and a cow. Yeah, I can't kill all the defenders. I just don't physically have enough attackers to kill everyone in there. It's a shame I've had to promote so many of these to melee. That melee is not going to be very useful in future combats, but again, promote for what you need right now, because if the unit dies, then it'll be useless later on. Okay, so again, I mean, I can't take the city, and that mace will promote, but that's okay. I'll take it next turn. There's no way he can cram enough defenders in there to stop my next attack, especially with more units following up here. Alrighty, need to get this guy up here as well. And I guess I'll move these guys up to here for what it's worth. I'll have to pay a little bit more in maintenance, but whatever. Alright, this will go Mayapan. You guys come up here and connect that coal for me. Let's see, I think I get unhealthiness just from coal. Let's check that out and see if that happens. I believe you get unhealthiness from coal. Nope, not until you actually build something that uses coal. Not until you build the factory. Oh, by the way, this city should totally not be building a grocer. It should be building a factory. That's my bad for not swapping that over. This city, sadly, needs biology tech to be able to do too much. Like, it just doesn't have enough food. It's really sad. Just lack of food. Nothing else. But post-biology, it'll be better. I guess I don't really have to chop this jungle because it's not in the city radius of any city. But whatever. I don't like having the jungle there. It looks bad. Oh, I can just make it to that tile. Excellent. Alrighty. Alright, so all you guys, and turn, and turn. And turn. Oh, we got another guy coming up here too. That guy cannot make it up with the others. He'll still be a turn behind. Alright, so we should be able to take Delhi next turn. Let's get this out of the way. This video, wow, this is going to be a long, long video. Sorry. It's going to be like a 90-minute video, I just realized that. But the thing is, you start playing this game, and it's hard to stop. I can't tell you how many times I've intended to play for an hour, and I look up and 5 or 6 hours has gone by. It happens all the time with this game. It's just you get involved with doing something you don't really want to stop playing. Very, very funny how that happens. Chichen Itza should get that tile back. Yes! There it is. I told you we'd get that tile back. Alrighty. Let's keep that tile. There we go. And I guess we do need to keep growing here. So again, I'm going to keep these 2 artists locked on this city for now. I really need to get out to that 500 culture mark to have any chance of holding on to that tile. Okay, first thing we want to do is we want to clear this city. Great artist. Oh, I thought for a second it said great artist has been born in Delhi. That would have been really funny. It would have been like the worst timing possible. Like Ludwig, I'm sorry, man, but that was not the best time to be born. But anyway, he's actually over in France, so he's fine. All right, so take out the horse archer. It looks like that was pretty much everything Gandhi had because he didn't cram any more reinforcements into the city. Like, that was it. He used up everything he had last turn. And, oh, look at this. Oh, no, only 97. That's not good enough odds. Only the 99.999. Am I willing to risk my Medic 3 unit? I cannot afford to lose that guy. Okay, who's close to full strength? One of you guys has to be. This guy is, I guess. Wow, that's a lot of damaged calves, but that's fine. We'll be able to heal up at the start of the next heal up here, and we'll be fine. Oh, wait, there's still another unit in there. One of you guys is surely healthy enough to take him out, right? You got this, right? Sure you do. 99.4. There we go. Alright, let's check out what's in there. Oh, sweet. Oh, we got the Buddhism shrine. Yes, that's really good. Alright, now I've got an incentive to spread Buddhism around. Shame I don't have any Buddhist I'll even be able to build a monastery or 2 before I research scientific method. I just need to get 1 Buddhist monastery up. Excellent. Install a new governor. Oh, I almost clicked on Burn Baby Burn by accident. Okay, yes, we definitely want this one. I'll get that theater first. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, now we got the settler. Now again, note the borders. Again, remember the Indian city was on this tile. Again, it would have been swamped with Portuguese culture. That's why I did not found the city there. Haarlem. That one's easy to pronounce. This is not a particularly good city here, though, unfortunately. No, I want you working that tile. I will chop the granary to completion with my workers. Alrighty. And there we go. All you calves. Let's see, you guys heal up. Come on down here. I want this guy to come defend this city. I can use an older unit to garrison Haarlem. Haarlem should be fine. One of those war elephants. You dude, you can come defend this city. Take a well-deserved rest on a job well done. Alright, the rest of these compile into Delhi. So that's most of Gandhi's territory right there. He's got, what, 4 more cities down here that are pretty weak. This city, Agra, is really terrible. I guess I'll hold on to it, but going to need some serious farms to be effective. Oh, there should be a city... No one's working that fish tile. There should be a city on this tile. I'll have to build a settler for here, because a city here can work the fish and be useful. Agra needs to be raised and replaced down here to work the fish tile. Let me put in a sign for that. Agra should not be there. Probably on this tile. No, not there. Ah! Not there. Wrong tile. Agra should be here. Here. And then for that fish resource, here. There we go. Raise Agra, replant here and here. Each city gets a fish tile. This city, and yeah, we'll be good to go. That'll be good. Keep Vijayanagara. This city actually should be raised and replaced too, because it has no food. What is with this AI? No idea how to settle cities. Can't work the crab resource there. Actually, no, but Calcutta needs the crabs. Okay, maybe we'll keep that one. Maybe. It's not a very good city though. Whatever. Figure it out later. Okay, come on down here. Hang out for now. And you hang out for now. Wow, Hamilcar's up to 37 XP. That's pretty nice. Okay, let me just go through this guy. Go ahead and heal there for the turn. A lot of guys 2 turns. Okay, we'll just chill here for 2 turns then. Guy actually needs 3 turns. Move into the city then. 2 turns. This guy already moved. Yeah, so he needs to go into the city then. Units heal faster inside a city. But you have to balance that against the fact that if you take a turn to move into the city, you're not moving that turn. So, you know, you're not gaining any move. You have to waste a movement point to move into the city. It's the basic idea. All right, come on down here, guys. I actually gained control of that tile. That's kind of funny. Bombay will be out of resistance soon. Chop for the Hague. That'll help it complete its factory. Might as well chop this. I don't know where it's going, but it'll help somewhere. It's not in the range of any city. This tile. Should I chop this? Probably. I can lumber mill over it too. How much health does it get? +2 from forest? Wait. 2. Where's the other health from? Oh, that's how down there. Okay, we'll lumber mill it then. I'm getting a little health from the forest. Forests do add health on that tile. How about you guys just hang out here for the moment? I want to finish this turn. Alright, there we go. So I think that we're done for this particular session. I bet you guys probably didn't think I would be taking the Indian capital in this session. Although I guess it's because this is an ungodly long video. Sorry about that. Hopefully we will finish off India in the next one. And we'll see where we go from there. But I think Hannibal may be next up on the chopping block after that. Because I would rather push my way to a faster win than attempt to just stretch this out and go for space. So there's the land area for domination and 31% pop. If I can get the 60% pop, I can just vote myself in as the UN winner. Oh wait, no, I don't want to talk to him. I have to talk to Louis, see if he's willing to declare war on Gandhi. Nope, he won't do it. Oh well, what a spoil sport. Looks like I'm not going to get that much help from the AI. Anyway, wow, I'm actually not first in GMP. That's because 2 of them are in a golden age, but still. Alright, but numbers looking pretty good. Still not even first in soldier count, although I'm getting closer there. And if you look at the bar graphs, just check this out. Score, I'm leading by a mile. GMP, yeah, some of them are in golden ages. Production, food, that's me up there in food. Power, I'm still slowly climbing up towards the top. Culture, and espionage. As I said, the AI loves its espionage. Espionage is, I think, largely a waste of time. Anyway, though, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you again next time with part 14. Until then, take care.